Richmond was the seat of the Confederacy. It was the capital city of the Confederacy. It was the city in which the president of the Confederate States, Jefferson Davis, resided and ran the war through General Lee. We went there for many reasons, one of which was Governor McDonnell gave us basically the key to the city and made it very easy for us to come there and tell the story. It was also a nice feeling of healing to be able to tell the story at the heart of the former Confederacy, where everybody came together.
I think it was 2002 that I first heard about the movie that Stephen wanted to make about Lincoln. So the first thing I did was actually go off and scout locations for battles. Virginia is the place where most of the battles actually took place, especially in the beginning of the war, because it was really a battle between Washington, D.C. and Richmond, Virginia.
We began a dialogue with the Film Commission and talking with the government officials, and that's when we found out that there was a period of time when they would not be using the government buildings, and we could go in for a certain period of time and actually access the space, which was really great.
And action.
Much of what existed there was very similar to what existed at the time that Lincoln served.
This State House, when you first look at it from certain angles, is amazingly reminiscent of what it is to be near the White House. This is the state capitol in Richmond. The building was designed by Thomas Jefferson, and what we're doing is in this north face area here, we're going to create the portico of the White House, and it's amazing how much it actually looks like the White House once you put this in here. And then within it is this chamber of the House of Representatives that you can shoot. And they offered us carte blanche to come and shoot this whole area, of which there's many buildings, including the governor's mansion, where we can actually go in and use them almost as is. So that was very, very inviting, not just from a pragmatic financial standpoint, but also I felt a soulful point of view. You can go to Jefferson Davis's house and it's still dressed the way it was when he lived there. There are mansions that are still very much as they were in the Civil War era. Petersburg itself is an old town that part of it really just looks the way it did back then.
Richmond, Virginia was amazing. It's a beautiful city. It's got great period architecture. The city welcomed us in a way that very few cities welcomed us before. And it was good to be there to film on locations that were part of the true events.
Action!
It was such an honor to be here on the first day when Steven Spielberg actually walked onto Capitol Square here and was able to kind of look around and say basically, well, this is a backlot. It's just been an amazing experience to watch the art department transform this space at Capitol Square into 1865 Washington.
We were in the South. We were in a place we were talking about. We were in a vitally important part of the Civil War.
I believe the significance of the film being set here in Virginia, and in particular Richmond, Virginia, is authenticity. It just really gives a very broad palette to capture every bit of the story, all here in the Commonwealth of Virginia.
Lincoln couldn't have been happier at the idea that a movie has been so warmly embraced by the city of Richmond. It's perfect. But on a larger scale, this city, the capital of Virginia, the most important state in the Confederacy, has embraced a movie about Abraham Lincoln.